We are now in the month of The Mandalorian and Grogu, so it is time to rank the current Star Wars movies. But first, if you like all things film and TV, then make sure to give me a follow. Coming in dead last is The Last Jedi, a regurgitated Empire Strikes Back that feels completely set outside of this entire trilogy. At number 10 is The Rise of Skywalker, an absolute mess of a movie, failed to round out the entire franchise and had some of the worst dialogue ever. At number 9, I have The Phantom Menace, a solid film that could have been great, but unfortunately only gets amazing in its final 20 minutes, and they just aren't great enough to save the film overall. At number 8, Attack of the Clones, a movie that tries to tackle far too much, and unfortunately ends up doing a lot of things that all the other movies just do better. At 7 is Solo, a Star Wars story, a very fun sci-fi adventure movie that does nothing groundbreaking to offer us anything new. At 6 is The Force Awakens, a promising start to a brand new legacy trilogy within the main Star Wars continuity, but unfortunately didn't reach the heights of those original films. At number 5 is Return of the Jedi, a very solid conclusion to our original trilogy that I wish was still the ending to the entire franchise. At number 4 is Revenge of the Sith, one of the greatest Star Wars movies that we have ever gotten. I think this film is the Star Wars movie that handles its characters the best. Of course, the downfall of Anakin to the dark side, and everything going on with Padme and Obi-Wan as well, leads this to be a very impactful and emotional watch every single time. At number 3 is Rogue One. Truly one of the most underrated Star Wars movies still to this day, keeping all of the Star Wars charm while removing the stuff that we were always familiar with. Rogue One strives for something new in the galaxy far, far away and fully triumphs at it. At number 2 is A New Hope, still one of the most influential movies in the history of cinema, not just sci-fi. George Lucas set out to make a statement with this one, and it's still iconic today. But at number 1, it had to be Empire Strikes Back, holding what I believe to be a top 3 all-time cinema moments. Truthfully, there's not many sci-fi movies that give you the thrills that The Empire Strikes Back does. The action, the characters, the spectacle, it's all there, and it's phenomenal. It's easily the best Star Wars movie. But let me know in the comments how you would rank the 11 Star Wars movies, and where do you think The Mandalorian and Grogu is going to place among them? Let me know in the comments. But as always, if you like all things film and TV, then make sure to give me a follow.